Hi guys, I have been traveling, but like from 2 days, yesterday I skipped my push day. Like 1 week, I'm not going to be going to my gym, so I have to work up to keep the progress or gains. So I know these 100 push-ups and 100 crunches are not optimal for muscle gain, but building the muscles it's maybe probably worse. But since I have long rest, I am thinking it's not physical anymore, it's mental training, because I don't want to be like out of fire. That's why I have made this decision. So I'm gonna do this. Maybe this will be like 10 to 20 minutes of life, that's all. Maybe like yes, and there are 4 to 5 videos that are like brand new, getting color graded and edited. This will be like upcoming videos will be like next cinematic. Since I have holidays break, I am putting much work on color grading and editing, like camera angle, framings. I'm learning stuff. Wait, I will teach you guys. See guys, this and this is about the frames lining, and we got some more here. So no excuse, even in the holidays we're gonna do. Even though I have currently zero viewers, zero likes, not a problem, not a problem. Still 59 to go. Still 59 to go. Wait.
For so many years, I wanted to be balanced. But then I was like, well, nothing great was ever achieved by people who try to be great at all things.
Just get started. Just get started. The longest time in the world is the hesitation between thought and action. It can actually be forever. You can hesitate for 1 second to get started on something. A workout, a project, a task, something that you know you should do. You can hesitate for 1 second. That 1 second of hesitation, all of a sudden it turns into 5 seconds. And then 10 seconds. And then 10 minutes. And then just like that, you drifted into the eternity zone. 1 second became an eternity because something that was going to happen is now never going to happen. Ever. Why is that? Because you're hesitating. So don't take that chance. Instead, take action. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. You've had enough damn rest. Go take action. I need you to confront you. I need you to confront you because you're the one holding you. I need you to confront you. I need you to look in the mirror and tell you are not going to do me like this no more. You're not going to continue to sabotage me. You're not. You're not going to keep procrastinating. I need you. You're not going to keep thinking like that. Listen to me. This is the one thing I get so frustrated with humans. I get upset with humans when you go out to eat and they don't bring your food out the way you want your food out. And you are so upset and you let them have it. But then you disappoint you when you don't let you have it. You give you a pass. You give you a pass. You're not where you're supposed to be financially, and you give yourself a pass. You know you're better than that. You know you should be further in life, but you keep letting you slide. It's time you punish you.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
Find something difficult to do. You need that. You're not built for comfort or pleasure. Like if that comes along, good. You know, if you have a day where you're comfortable and there's some things around you that give pleasure, have some sense and enjoy it. But don't be thinking that's what your life is aimed at. That's contemptible.
It's almost like you have to have the ability to go to the deep end no matter whether or not you ever go there.
72
And
guys,
some people, I want
72.
to go to the deep end.
Still
But you should be
28 to go. I
You're
think I
so
wanna take
often
some break because it's all
the
72.
best way to
First I did
contend
41.
with
After
problems,
41 I came to
with
72.
issues,
I think
with
in
adversity,
this one break I'm
is
gonna complete.
is by
Okay.
taking action. The more you sit and the more you wait and the more time you spend with that adversity, with the upper hand inside your head, the worse it's going to get.
Self-love is holding yourself to a higher standard than anyone else does.
I think it's believing in the 85-year-old version of you, who's exactly who you want to be, and then ruthlessly looking at the discrepancy between the pittance of a human that you are now compared to that man or that woman, and then step by step breaking down the many differences and starting on the first one and pulling the thread.
What's important to you? What's important to you for whatever reason? You know, I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. And so the reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable about it, because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be. And so that's where it comes from. I mean, you can't leave it east all the time.
Of course, you don't feel like doing it. Of course you don't. It's hard. Whatever it is, could be a workout, could be a run, could be starting on a project, whatever it is, you don't feel like doing it. And you rationalize and you justify and you make excuses like a high-priced defense attorney trying to win the case for weakness to go and do what you're supposed to do. So don't listen in your head. Instead, just go get to work.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
Our minds are morphing from minute to minute. If we let them. If you are not paying attention, if you are on cruise control, then your mind is not under your own control. We can't be in cruise control. You can't let your mind be in cruise control. You have to be cognizant of what you're
Let's
doing.
drink water, guys.
You have to be cognizant, you have to be aware of how you are being influenced.
How bad do you want it? There's two options. Continue forward. Pushing onward.
Okay,
If you do actually,
28 more to go. I think I can complete this in one single blow.
if you stop, I'll make throw the towel. I promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to find that dream again. For it's dead. And in its death, it's replaced by regret.
And you gotta take ownership of what's going on in your life. When you're not where you want to be, and you say it's because the boss doesn't like you, or it's because the girl treated you this way, or the guy did this, like all those things, you gotta take ownership of. Yeah. And if you're blaming all these other external things, you're not gonna make any changes, and that's gonna be a problem.
It showed me even more of what we have as humans. If we're willing to go there, if we're willing to push that extra step. And like I said, I always tell people, but man, how do you do what you do? At the end of the day, I ask myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually that answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting.
Chucky, the ball's in your. It's almost there. You want
Finally.
your life to be better. I can't help you.
100 push-ups completed. Guys, let's check the pump. Let's check the pump. Come on.
Grab your fucking balls, get a notebook, and write down what the fuck you're gonna do this year. And this is it. You have to respond.
This is the pump, guys. We still have 100 steps to go. So okay. That's a nice pump.
Even though I thought I'd probably never catch it, but just the fact that I was willing to chase it, I would beat most of my opponents because most of my opponents would never chase something that didn't have any guarantees attached to it.
You are your own competition. There is nobody that can judge your actions but you. If I'm putting, like you said, if I'm putting 100% into my life, I'm going to put 100% into my play when it's time for me to play.
Right,
I'm putting 110% into me and my family. care what it is that we do. I'm going to give it 100% when it's time to enjoy ourselves on whatever level we want to do. That's my decision.
Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kicking rock down the street mentality. It was no. God just hooked you right to up. He hooked you right up, man, with the perfect place. You were training. For the first 18, 19, 20 years, you were training for this stuff, man. You have the advantage of everybody else versus, my God, they're so above me. They came from a great family. Mom and dad were. They never learned, they didn't struggle. No, man, your struggle is what made you who you are now.
Whatever that thing is that you really enjoy doing, where you lose track of time when you're in it, even if it's challenging, but usually it is challenging, right? Like it's not easy because then it's boring, right? Which is also why the uncertainty thing is so key, right? To not knowing if it's gonna work or not. Is that the people who are quote addicted to work make it easy to be addicted to work because they do things worth doing. And I think a lot of it is coming down to making sure that you take the few precious seconds that we have to do the few things that are worth doing for the rest of your life.
The one companion that's always going to be with you is yourself. And I think the first thing you have to do, I think the first thing we have to do is we have to get ourselves to the point where we don't necessarily need a companion.
The same is with us with the human mind. The human mind can only really grow through resistance.
50 completed,
You can only
50 more
strengthen
to go.
become a really strong person inside if you have resistance. If you fail, if you get up again, and if you work hard, if you work your ass off, and if you struggle, the more you struggle, the further you're gonna go.
Whatever journey you're on, you can't be envious of somebody else. You can't look over in their yard and go, why ain't I rocking like that person? It's not your time. You just keep
Literally, man, zero people watching. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up.
Just don't question when something bad happens to you. That'll make you stronger. And lastly, just be grateful for who you are on this journey. Don't try to be anybody except you. On all the lanes.
Anyone that tries to baby themselves and trying to protect themselves, oh, I don't want to feel bad, or I don't really want to go through any discomfort, it's over. You're never gonna get there.
Hold you accountable and don't let you off the hook. You know you're better than that. You know you should be further in life, but you keep letting you slide. That's why I'm not telling you how to punish yourself. But I mean that. Write it down. First, I need you to hold you accountable. From now on, you're not going to hold any other human more accountable than you hold yourself.
What I've learned is to always keep going. Always. I've come to find out that no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or different, because eventually that storm passes.
You can have what you want in 5 years. But there's two conditions. You have to know what it is, and you have to aim at it. Figure out what you want. Write it down. Figure out what you could do to start moving towards that. Okay. Do that with your family relationships. Do that with your friendships. Do that with your career. Do that with your education. Think about your misuse of alcohol and drugs and other things that might drag you down. You want to drink? It's like, okay, what do you mean by that exactly? How often? How much is too much? How are you going to constrain that and why? Develop a vision. And you have to do that in dialogue with yourself, right? It's like, if I could have what I wanted, what would satisfy me? And you might think, well, I can never get that. And I can say, well, maybe not, but I'll tell you one thing then.
Literally embarrassed, but I am not gonna give up, because giving up is in not my dictionary. I don't have an option to give up. I have to keep continuing. Still 50 more crunches. 50 crunches, and I'll be flexing.
The minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. That's maybe the most important thing, is to shake off this this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live it, versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it.
You can't sit back and say, I'll start in half an hour. I can't do that. I gotta start now. And after I get back from starting, I gotta start again. And when I get done with that run or that study session, if it wasn't good enough, I gotta go back again. Because repetition is what taught me everything. So you can honestly outwork anything.
What is the pain you're prepared to swallow the most? Nothing worthwhile is going to come without discomfort.
So you gotta realize that it's up to you to decide what it is you truly want. And it's up to you to accept what pain you are willing to accept. Because if you struggle and you flounder and you refuse to take responsibility for yourself and become that version that you know you're supposed to become, you will be miserable. 100%. You will have every single regret a human being can ever have in their entire lives. And the flip side is this. You can put in the work. You can put in the time. You can say, I am not going to settle. I am going to become exactly who I'm meant to become, because I know that it's not just going to serve me, it's going to serve my family. It's going to serve my community. It's going to serve my city, my state, and my country. And it's going to create an immeasurable ripple effect of people who know that they can do it too. And guess what? That's going to be hard. But at the end of the day, even if you come up short, even if you don't become exactly what you want to become, you will have created so much good in this world that you will not have to last.
Thank you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Bye.